On this episode of Idol Gossip, Hollywood stars are not all homegrown. Some stars just don't know when to stop. We wish he wouldn't. And now, our regular lesson on how to appear in public, the Fashion Police. Today we are digging deep to expose the fans of tan in a can. Naturalness is the key to a good fake bake. They have to know when to stop. Although tan may be sexy, orange is not. Your goal should be to look healthy, not like a carrot with legs. Learn from the mistakes of the stars and save yourself the embarrassment. Katie Price, aka Jordan, make sure your tan is even. This means from top to toe. It looks like she left her socks on. She could be forgiven though. Perhaps with that enormous chest, she can't actually see her feet. Christina Aguilera, don't use a colour that is too dark for you. Poor Christina has not chosen her tan colour wisely. Or perhaps it's the lipstick that's all wrong. Either way, the shiny forehead is a big no-no. Where was her stylist? Emma Bunton shows too much of a good thing. She looks like she's been grilled alive. The wrinkles bear witness to the truth that this is a natural tan. For goodness sake, girl, go sit in the shade. Penelope Cruz, plan ahead what you are going to wear. Perhaps her designer told her the dress would be ankle length, so she didn't bother to tan her legs. Jennifer Aniston, orange. Yuck! You'd think with all the money she earns she could afford a decent tan. But no, she's gone the way of the carrot and is way too orange to look natural. Beauty experts advise that the peachy bronzed pink face is in. Obviously, Charlize Theron didn't get the memo. Still beautiful, but far more orange than peachy. It's the first thing you notice about her. Wow, look at that colour. Sandra Bullock was another one who missed the boat, or perhaps stayed on it too long. Orange all over. Scary. Another thing you need to be aware of, either use gloves to apply your tan or wash them thoroughly afterwards. Nothing gives away a fake tan quicker than orange hands. Tina Turner requests room temperature Evian mineral water, uncut organic lemons, for tea of course, a litre of chocolate milk, and of course Snickers bars and good European chocolates. She doesn't travel light. Her entourage consists of 13 trucks and buses. Movie stars, rock stars. They have to be different, don't they? Having a first, second, and sometimes hyphenated surname isn't enough. Lately, it seems the most desirable commodity in La La Land, where the stars reside, is to have a one-word name. Previously known as dependable Kylie Minogue, her face and music has been synonymous with teeny boppers and adult audiences alike. Missy Minogue has never really gone out of fashion. It was her early manufactured sound that gave her the nickname the Singing Budgie. With nearly 20 years in pop, Minogue has now been rechristened just Kylie.
Kylie!
No need for the full name. There's few on the planet who don't know who she is. Madonna. She's always been a mono-namer. Of course, when she was immortal, she had the full name of Madonna Louise Ciccone. Now a strict Kabbalah devotee and mother of two, the wild one is now the mild one, wanting to be known as Esther. Heavens! Why such a biblical name? Can you imagine getting down to the latest dance track by Esther? Is it the true meaning of the name that attracted Madonna? Esther means star and happiness in Hebrew. Now, both Kylie and Esther, have been around for some time. But Britney Spears has only just chalked up 5 years of superstardom. Fairly new to the field, but this has no bearing on the effect that she is fast becoming a one-namer. And her closest competitor for top Pop-Tart spot, Christina Aguilera, has made a move in that direction, wanting to be known as ex-Tina. Jennifer Lopez released an album or two and then was christened J-Lo for the sake of street cred. Prince was always known as Prince for a while, then after a dispute with his record company, changed his name to the artist formerly known as Prince, or TAFCAP. He must have got tired of people mispronouncing TAFCAP because he then shortened it to the artist. And then, as if it all never happened, he wanted to be known as Prince again. It's all so manufactured, like a label or trademark. What about nicknames? Anyone in Hollywood have normal nicknames anymore? Of course they do. When among close friends, Beyonce Knowles likes to be known as B or Juju. Goodness knows where she gets that one from. Kate Winslet's not very charitable nickname was Blubber. Whether this was a tag she got during the sinking of Titanic or not, we're not sure. She's far from Rubenesque now. But we can hardly see Juju or Blubber being bandied about and commercialised like the swish monikers of the Lopezes and Minogues of this world. They just don't sound glamorous enough. Hollywood stars are not all homegrown. The imports keep the scenes fresh and alive with sexy new talent. Starting with Nicole Kidman, this famous Australian actress can command up to $17 million a movie, and her tall frame, delicate features and stunning hair have also made her a goddess among the fashion elite.
All the people that I have known for so many years back in Australia, we're all here tonight together. It's weird.
On receiving her star on the Walk of Fame, down-to-earth Nicole said, "I've never been so excited to have people walk all over me for the rest of my life."
This is sort of amazing to be standing here.
The London native Jude Law, with his bohemian style and laid-back charm, stops women in their tracks. At the National Youth Music Theatre, when he was younger, they mistook his name for a girl's, and he was placed in the wrong dormitory. He never told anyone, but was soon caught and moved. Well, it was worth a try.
Oh, blimey, I'm so rude.
South African actress Charlize Theron has constantly been admired for her flawless beauty. But when she put on 30 pounds and played the role of a lesbian serial killer in the movie Monster,
You look good. Yeah. Thanks.
finally the Academy took notice.
And I know everybody in New Zealand's been thanked, so I'm going to thank everybody in South Africa, my home country.
Orlando Bloom did look a little bit feminine in Troy, but this British actor certainly had hearts beating when he appeared with long blonde hair and elf ears in The Lord of the Rings. Poor Orlando nearly never made it that far. When he was a young, aspiring actor, he broke his back after falling 3 floors from the roof of a movie set. He was told he might spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair, but after an operation, he walked out of the hospital 12 days later. So much for the professionals. The true star shines through. Salma Hayek, the sultry, sexy Mexican actress, has been breaking down barriers since she was 24 years old.
I've been nominated this year for I think all of the awards, but this is the first one I win.
However, she wasn't always the good girl. She was sent to a boarding school when she was 12, but was soon expelled for pulling pranks on the nuns by setting their clocks back 3 hours.
Shall we?
Julian McMahon wasn't appreciated as much in Australia until he went overseas. After a short-lived marriage to Kylie Minogue's sister Downey, he jet-setted to Hollywood and made a huge name for himself. Australians would be more than happy to have him back. And could you please at least return one of Downey's calls? Keira Knightley, a naturally beautiful woman who has no fears when it comes to competing with the boys.
In leather. I think that's an important point. All those boys in leather. It was fabulous.
She was very honest about what it's really like to wear a corset. She said,
You like pain? Try wearing a corset.
I don't recommend it. You know, it gave me a great cleavage. I have to say I was very proud of that, but wear a push-up bra. Don't bother with the corset. It's really painful.
movie star Russell Crowe is actually a New Zealand native, but calls Australia home. He captured the hearts of women worldwide.
Just got back from Milan.
Not only with his movies, but with his band, 30 Odd Foot of Grunt. He caught Meg Ryan's eye when filming Proof of Life, but that affair was over before it began. In Master and Commander, with his role as Captain Jack Aubrey, he broke even more hearts. Hollywood may want to replace him with one of their own, but he is determined to stay and make more great movies. While they may not be born and bred in Hollywood, they are accepted warmly. Until, that is, their popularity and movie bankability starts to waver, then they'll be sent back to their homelands. Hollywood only loves you while you're hot, and when you're not, you'll be sent packing.
We're not going home.
Luciano Pavarotti demands a minimum of noise and no distinct smells backstage, including no flowers. The toilet must be supplied with soft toilet paper and soap. The bedroom must be completely dark and have 6 extra pillows. He also demands a golf cart. Maybe he can't be bothered to walk? Everybody knows the old adage, when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, accept it. Either that, or you're going to have to wait a while to come back into vogue, if you ever do. Or do something out of character, even out of your comfort zone. It seems the times are a-changin', and the stars are using their prerogative to perform an about-face at the drop of a hat, whether it be a career move or a personal point of view. It's so hard to keep up with sometimes. Madonna, once material girl, now maternal woman, has written and published several books for the kiddies. I'd be giving them the once-over if I was handing them over to my kids. Maddie's been known to raise an eyebrow or two with her past print releases. Remember the sex book? Yes. Well, she's decided to go all demure and pass on some of her inspirational guidance to the littlies by writing books. And the books all carry a moral message. However, this bunch of kiddies doesn't seem enraptured with the thought of hearing the book. Perhaps Mum and Dad warned them this was the woman who shredded chastity for a generation. And what about stranger danger? Let's say children's BS-ometers never fail. And the new Queen of the Kids seems oh so delighted to be there for her new minions. Not. There's options aplenty when you have a star's profile, like getting into politics. And who's the current example of stardom leading to power? Arnie is, of course. Here's Governor Schwarzenegger doing his bit for the quality produce and tourist trade of California.
And I can guarantee you that you will fall in love with our great state, and before you go back home, you will be saying, "I'll be back."
I'll give it a rest, Arnie. It was funny the first 100 times, but it's getting old. Career about faces can take many different forms. Take, for example, Ozzy Osbourne and his media-savvy wife, Sharon, She turned the everyday life of her family into a television circus, thus making them one of the most talked about star families to date. After a break-in at their home where hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of jewellery was pinched by a burglar, they made a rare appearance and used their profile to try to get it back.
You know, it was me off big time.
Understandable, but an ex-associate of Ozzy's speaks to the press saying the theft was just desserts for the addled rock star, recounting that in their youth they knocked off many a home together for fun and profit.
So you're going on the roundabouts and lose on the swings, you know. It's just, what can you do?
Shocking stuff.
I've got a brother that sells bent gear out around the back of the boat.
Thank you.
Anna Nicole Smith. If ever anyone was in need of a career turnaround, it's her. Her reality show was cancelled, and then she experienced a dramatic weight loss. True to form, her appearance on the MTV Awards was a classic no-brainer.
I was honored to be on our next performer's new video. And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce mine and make me beautiful duets.
Maybe she OD'd on the diet pills. She was so embarrassed, she made a statement explaining her behaviour.
Oh my God. I go up to get the word, I can't find it, so I'm like, beautiful music, or whatever there was. Float the line, missed it, oops. That's what happened.
Well, she said something resembling a statement, but we're not sure if she heard the question. Never mind. Nicole has reinvented herself as an anti-fur activist. We can only hope it keeps her on the straight and narrow. Knowing little Anna Nicole, we're not holding our breath. Take it from us, some stars just don't know when to stop. And why would they after all? If attention is good for you, and if you can't get too much of a good thing, the stars will probably keep on about-facing for some time to come. Why on earth would you want to go and do a thing like that? Robert Downey Jr. is a fantastic actor. He's charismatic and, when well scrubbed, kinda cute. He's passed as a troubled individual who never could say no to the recreational pharmaceuticals, makes him an interesting person, to say the least. He keeps on coming back after stays in jail and appearances in court, and we keep on forgiving him. But this time, he's gone too far.
I'm weary from trying to shake it. So when I ask if you won't give me
Robert Downey Jr., The Album. In one of the most under-anticipated album debuts ever, Robert has unleashed the voice. Could it be the voice of reason or the voice of experience? Is that the voice of Bruce Springsteen and just a touch of Billy Ray Cyrus? The album, The Futurist, features songs he composed himself, and he sings lead vocals on all tracks, but we wish he wouldn't. While on the subject of music, what on earth were you thinking, Luciano Pavarotti? The super tenor has released a crossover album of operatically flavoured pop-era songs. His effort may persuade some fans of pop to give it a listen and a few die-hard opera buffs to give it a go, because it's class, it's culture, and hey, it's Pavarotti. But we're a little worried it'll end up in the $10 CD bin. So Lucky Luch breaks on through to the other side and gets jiggy with it to boot. But we wish he wouldn't. Gwyneth Paltrow. She's got a lot on her plate at the moment.
I didn't get the envelope. Oh, wait, it's right here. Gwyneth Paltrow!
In between accepting awards and making films, she's got a baby to look after as well.
I just had a baby, and if you've been living in a cave, and my brain cells are all coming out of my breast milk, so I can't...
Too much information, Gwyneth? We're glad it's all working out for you, but we don't need to know all the details.
Once you have a baby,
yes, you guessed it. We wish she wouldn't.
Your baby, so if you're not...
And you should be ashamed of yourself. Where's your self-respect? You know what my mother used to say about dirty girls? She said, you can always smell it on girls who sell it. By the way, Miss Tilley, can I have your autograph? I'm a big fan.
Jennifer Tilley must be hard up for roles after starring in the latest Child's Play sequel, Seed of Chucky. The Oscar-nominated actress plays herself and provides the voice to Chucky's evil counterpart, Tiffany.
I play Jennifer Tilley, international motion picture actress, and also play Tiffany, the little homicidal doll. And Tiffany and Chucky are stalking me because they want me to bear the progeny of Chucky's loins.
Forget the Osbournes. Forget the newlyweds. This is reality, man.
Jennifer was quoted saying, if you want to be a real actor, go to New York. If you want to sell out, go to LA. And I want to sell out. And alas, it seems she has. But we wish that she wouldn't. Want to make your date an unforgettable night? Why not head off to the Algonquin Hotel in New York? New York is the capital of extravagance. Everything is available at a price. As well as an exquisite choice of delicacies, the hotel also offers an excellent wine selection. But it's the cocktail menu that will catch your eye. Not happy just to add an olive or two to your martini? How does a $10,000 diamond sound? The Algonquin offers a cocktail called Martini on the Rock. A shaken and not stirred special treat that contains one sparkling diamond. The price? $10,000. It could be the perfect gift for that special someone.
Absolutely. What a great way to get engaged. Bring your wife and buy a $10,000 martini. It's fantastic.
You do need to call and order the drink 3 days in advance, so it's not something that you could order on an impulse. And it's not a drink that has kept bartenders running off their feet. In fact, they haven't even sold one. But they do say that they have had some serious inquiries. Only in America.